Streetz 945, Rari Talk. I got my brother in the building, Mr. Clay James. How's it going, sir?
I'm well.
Always dapper as I see you every time.
Yeah, you know, that's the brand.
So the brand is the suits.
Yeah. Let's just say fly stuff. Like just fly dressing, fly lifestyle, just fly luxury.
But you always are like a step above the norm. So, you know, someone could be fly with a t-shirt, you know, some dope jeans, some dope shoes, but you be fly, and it still be fly, but you have on a suit. Where did that come from?
Really just looking at my older frat brothers. I'm a Kappa, so I got the game early, like long time ago from my older frat brothers. Like when they brought us in the game, that's all I saw was like nice suits, tailor fitted, everything fitting perfectly, your socks matching your outfit, your shoes being shined up. You know what I'm saying? It's just some game I picked up from the older bros. How
many suits does Clay James have?
I don't know. Maybe like.
Is it in the hundreds?
Nah. It's probably in the 20s though.
Okay.
It's in the 20s, and I know for a fact I got about like 70 something bow ties.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's what's up. Now let's dabble into the music, because you're not from Atlanta. You say that often in your music, but you respect Atlanta, you love Atlanta. I think that's dope. Mm-hmm. You lived in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, I was actually born in Atlanta at Crawford Lawn Hospital.
Okay.
And then I stayed off of Washington Road. Then my mama ended up moving back to Savannah. You know what I'm saying? So I was in Savannah until like 2005, and then I moved back up this way. I was out of Marietta, and I had graduated from McEachern High School.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And I often see you in Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
Is Savannah the place that you call home?
Definitely, cause that way I became a man. That I feel like.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's dabble into the music. How old were you, or when in your life did you start getting into the music?
Well, like back home, my mama worked for the radio station, the Top 40. It was called Z102. So
that's
inadvertently,
dope.
I was around music the whole time. Like I got old pictures with like Kenny G, Luther Vandross, Janet Jackson, all type of stuff. And I used to be rolling with my mama. So I told her the other day, I was like, man, I feel like you kind of put this in me indirectly, because I was always at the radio station. After she left the radio station, she went to the TV station. So I was always up at Channel 3 too. So I was just always in the industry, you know what I'm saying, but not really in the industry. So in college, one of my frat bros came to me and was like, look, all these girls love you on campus. You got the campus in a chokehold, you know what I'm saying? You need to rap. If you put out a song, we automatically got a distribution system, because everybody is from somewhere else and they gonna go back and tell people about you. So that's how it happened. He took me to the studio like 2 weeks later. I started recording and I liked it. And then I put out, like about a month or two later, I put out my first mixtape called College Dropout Volume 1 with DJ Iceberg, one of my best friends. And that's how it started.
Okay. Now, I often hear you say Southern Players.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Southern Players is a group, a duo, a rap duo I'm a part of. It's me and then my counterpart, a pimp named Sweet Tooth, aka Messiah. He from Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay, and you guys have a dope ass chemistry, especially when you guys are performing. Never see you guys running into each other. You know,
nah.
You see a group, sometimes the chemistry might be a little off.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Southern Players. How did it start?
Well, basically, that same person who told me to rap.
So it was him.
No. It was my homie Amari Curtis.
That's
my frat brother.
So the same person told you to rap told you to do the group thing too, or?
Well, nah. What he did was, when he took me to the studio, it was two people there. It was Trayon Pass. And then that's who was like teaching me how to write and stuff like that. Like teaching me cadences, teaching me my flow. And then it was Messiah, you know what I'm saying? And Messiah was also working with me. So we just ended up, me and him, we just alike. So we ended up taking a liking to each other amongst, above everybody else that was in the group. And then we just started a bond. And then, you know, everywhere I went, because I had all the plugs and stuff like that, I just took bro with me. And then, you know, everybody, like, it was perfect, because I was at G State and he was the man over there in the AUC. He went to Clark. So
that's dope.
It's like we hit them on both sides, you know what I mean? And what happened was, we went to Savannah and recorded in 912 Studios, and we made the song Southern Player Shit. When that happened, we started coming back performing it at department store and on Peter Street, and then an article came out in which they start calling us the Southern Players. So when the bloggers start and the hipsters start calling us Southern Players, we just ran with that like that.
Okay. Now, Southern Players. The word in there that sticks out is player.
Yeah.
Is Clay James a player? Is he in a relationship?
I mean, when I'm in a relationship, I'm faithful. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I'm not against relationships. I just got out of a relationship, actually. I'm single now, you know what I'm saying? So the streets need to be well. You dig what I'm saying? I'm outside. But nah, like, when I'm in a relationship, I'm 100% with that person. But when I'm outside, I'm outside. And it ain't really like, when we say players, me and Messiah, when we say players, it ain't really about just playing in, like, relationships and all that type of shit. It's about playing the game of life. Like, we trying to win. Like, we trying to win by any means necessary. So we playing things the right way. We keeping it player. We keeping it G. You know what I'm saying? The newer guys say keeping it P.
Okay. All right. So now, for the person that's, before we wrap up, for the person that's just seeing Clay James for the first time, a lot of people may not know you were signed to Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. That was my first deal.
Briefly talk about that. Like, how did he find you? What happened? And then, you know.
Okay, so me and Messiah, we was in Austin, Texas for South by Southwest. We did a stage called Black Hour Back. That's one of our homies that's an influencer out in Virginia. So when we did that stage, we ended up performing. It was like it was a bunch of Long Beach Crips there. So what happened was they liked us, they seen us, and they introduced us to Pocket Norwood, aka Young Sag. That's one of Snoop's best friends, and that's the A&R of Doggy Style Records. He seen us. That's when he gave the video to Snoop. Snoop called me on the phone like 2 weeks later, and that's how we started rocking.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Now, moving forward, for the person that's just seeing you for the first time, that's now going to say, okay, I'm going to go check out Southern Players. I'm going to go check out Clay James. As a closing, what do you tell that person that's hearing you, seeing you for the first time? What do you tell them about Clay James?
You're going to get something that's a bit nostalgic, but it's still a breath of fresh air, and it's something new. We got our own twists on it. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to get something I feel like that feeds your soul, like soul food. You know what I'm saying? That Southern soul food. And you're going to enjoy it. We ain't got no crazy message, you know what I'm saying? We ain't thugging or nothing like that. We just having fun and keeping it player and partying and, you know what I'm saying, just living that good life. So if you want some feel-good music, mess with Southern Players.
All right, there you have it. Clay James, you know the vibes.
For sure.